The Frontline with Kwekwanan.
94 more days left for polls. Political actors are seen busy moving in and out of communities, districts and regional capitals across the country, selling their manifestos. Tonight, we go out front and throw the spotlight on the governing New Patriotic Party's manifesto. Meanwhile, the party has touted policies such as job, infrastructure, digitalization, education, and many more. Tonight, the NPP Manifesto in sharp focus. I am Kweku Anan, and this is the midweek Frontline, live tonight from this very studio here in Accra. We're live across dozens of in the feed, including 88.1 FM in Sunyane, broadcasting live, and of course in Western Region on 99.1 FM Tadi, to be precise. We're live in UK on GOB Radio, on TuneIn, modernghana.com. Still on GOB, get it on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. And of course, we are live tonight on YouTube, Facebook, and the link is my CTVGH. My CTVGH, of course, that's the information superhighway. And still, the program would also add up on the interactive segment on a WhatsApp line 020-297-3461, 020-297-3461, and that's the interactive segment. Tonight is the midweek Frontline, and as we bring this show from this very studio here in Accra, connecting all our regional capitals, right from the northern region all the way to Ashanti region capital, Kumasi, Greater Accra, Volta, and of course, our eastern region is connecting tonight. Central region is connecting. Volta region is connecting. Brong-Ahafo is connecting. And again, Western region tonight. Western region, oh, they are connecting tonight. Bruta, papa. And hey, Nanadra, they are all connecting Bruta. A whole lot all over the world. And across the Atlantic, London on GOB are also connecting tonight. Folks, tonight we put the NPP Manifesto in sharp focus. We are looking at the visibility, how feasible, and its fullest manifestation and its impact on the Ghanaian citizens. Folks, that is the New Patriotic Party Manifesto, giving it our sharp lenses, giving it the analysis, the critique, and how feasible this manifesto. Plus, Ghana faces an imminent threat. Galamsey and illegal mining begins to topple the progress of what we are supposed to expect from Ghana's water and forest reserves. It's an imminent threat. Yet still, of course, we are also beginning to see an imminent threat on food shortage on this republic. Folks, tonight, we are also going to give you a special intelligent classified report. What is this report all about? Folks, brace yourself. Many developing stories tonight. We are bringing it to you on your very doorstep. It is quite mind-blowing, mind-boggling. This today, midweek Frontline, is quite explosive indeed. And you have nothing to do except to brace yourself. Call a friend, call a brother, call a sister, call an auntie, call whoever, wherever they are, outside Ghana and within, and all across regional capitals, district communities. Call your friends, tell them quickly to go on their television, scroll through, and then look for CTV. So, brothers and sisters, begin today, look for what? A smart TV or a digital TV to be able to get CTV and watch the show. Now, your inability to get CTV on your phone, on your TV, go on your phone quickly and get CTV on your phone through what? Through the information superhighway, and that's go to YouTube and type my CTVGH. When you get there, quickly subscribe to the channel, so every program that we start, you have to get the signal, and then you know the program called The Frontline, which is the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, airborne with Kwekwanan, your investigative journalist. Together we sit and talk. The Frontline is your reference point. The Frontline, I say, Be part of the news making and be the first to know because you're what you listen to. The Frontline, we are a reliable news source. Folks, let's get started. Busia, minimsa na dwe hoye. Na na dwe sudie. Ene week yangasa no. Ene me group no so na no wodne. Me no ka say no. We are barely left with 94 tonight. 94 more days to go until the very day of election. I'm going to give you the countdown all throughout. Right? 94 more days to go to the polls. Yes, asem kesien and nam kwemo eba. Anadri ahabeshi. Asem wadapuno swane se. The governing New Patriotic Party Manifesto, we are giving it a sharp focus tonight. And we are looking at the manifesto, no? How feasible? Two, the visibility. The visibility of this manifesto. And then we are also looking at the manifestation this very manifesto. The manifestation of the manifesto. And above all, its impact on the citizens. Tonight, and only a day better NPP Manifesto is Monday, Yedimura NDC DNM, and then tonight, Yedimura NPP for say, dear Bassem and Sana plus the Galamsey threatening the Republic of Ghana. A biome eminent threats we a Galamsey ama intinsio and one quatrimu a womemu. A biome report and so Airbus such as Ghana threatened food shortage and also enam kwemoba. Na Nigeria de beka ho kra no a special report a special intelligence classified report a very disturbing report but me sorry and Nigeria de betu bia. Emu hu yi yeah. Let me enya reporter a so friendly. A very very disturbing report. But you need options says to see a dituga. Now, sa classified intelligence report we enipa mi yo masutre anadwe sa report ekoma mono the Christian community in Ghana, the Christian community, Pentecostals, the Orthodox and the charismatic mama so asofo mpanimfo Ghana, the Christian Council, the Pentecostal Council, the Charismatic Council, Mama Sumra, me pamocho, me sadam in sayem. Yes, pamocho bebre. You need you new book so. Yeah. The Christian Council, the Pentecostal Council, the Charismatic Council, Mama say, Asuwe. Anyway, more fans spare me and ne will program with the rest of the show because our classified report ye the better ho amamo. Now fees you the musu be the Galamsey site to ho a day and a air course or Galamsey site to ho a ban saying and it's a seer or may and succumb ebedien and sana a come and so adie. When we are here. And who say, ya boy, ya bra, ma just say, I feel ye, unye dianinienu, and sure benomson, unyebi. When we nim guasie, folks, and Adria Daji nipo, so Mr. Program ya pitia for baby, Ntimenya quadro. Why? Ya pity program na for baby, Frontline show no, ya pity afa baby, giddy. The manifesto, yes, of the NPP. It just they me say I can't even know say kweku o ka say na I say me home wa sorry sa home now home wa na sorry wa home it just need them say enya some keto NPP for mama somra ha say and na mo manifesto no and ye dey Ejina simpie so very fast. Na and now that just de be no me try us I'll stay within. Na so terms. Now, folks, baby a fine yedre na chase yedmu Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Ora Black Star for a bon kai say enya kwadro kire sem and then to kwasama eba nsase semo no ano odne nti ora black star no ye ne tete ase bombodin anafo woni kire wo maso ho no mu ntimi ema asase kama ora black star fo nsase yankasa ne yakọ eni aye ne kama o ntokwasem bia eni ho dabi ntokwasem bia eni ho asase a ya di amamu sa asase we ntokwasem bia eni ho kire se ya ye ne fefefe enkratasem hu bia yo okay nti wasase no a entokwada so a muku ho no mesra nche gyato ho na kope ora blaster fo die bi ntemwate wo mu bebre kaso bi wo ho denchira bi wo ho breku ebi wo ho amasaman ensawom botiano nina is within the cap mistake bi ene ho wo meye asase no ho nkrata so di ama se wa wo pa se what you say nti nuan no ora blaster fo wo be frɛ wo mi famidin ekɔ ɔkyena ya wo frɛ wo ne call office wo mo fanko barrier he ya na kɔ wo office na no mo kodi nguta from 053 wo na ma na egu screen is on 053 617 6327 053 617 6327 ora black star for be jiwo so mi be yi wo masas na kyerɛ na hwɛ asase yantam we na udie wo ubenye bi asase we no mato mo bo ase etwa ekwan atotototo nsase no mu eno ne yedeben road networks edidam afi o ma connect nsuo akọ asase no so eno atwe kanea enso akọ asase no so nti die na wo pesa wo kwaya wo kuna ko si udan keke wo pesa wo si the Tower of Babel ekọ Christ ahimem wo kwanda ho wo pesa wo si Airbnb hotel e de ben dan na wo pesa wo si dream house especially Ghana for am abrochire mon frɛ na mo no mo take a listen to say the ora blaster from assassinate. Watch this.
Oro Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Tonight, I am Kwekwana. We go out front on the nation's biggest investigative magazine show, The Frontline. Of course, Osei Kwame Waba Homana. So come on. Bismarck JC Uwa Homana. So salute you guys. A lot more now. Mubegusu. Yes. Now, Adajini Punoswa Nadri you. My time is so crushed up and so limited. But Nina Nebesquizi. Now, another great sponsor on also show is on every Wednesday, a biogas expert engineers. Almost so deba some near catcher war. West Woodane Rie, a diner West Yeno, a dearba coupe and a bema a diner completed. A dear baby a bayer Dianiama Muedie. A Diania ye bayer amau amuedie. Ye bayer him for kitchen. Biogas expert engineers, a Jumaku Cassia. Womo for meduma eni agro na womo ade enuoma equipment ene kitchen ho nuoma free Europe memu Italy ni other places womo de abase afi ankrankro bia mu simudan Ghana fo amwa ha Ghana fo amwa manone real estate fo amu sisi dan mo fo mani nkire say dwumakuo yi eye hwanam biogas expert engineers de womo ka kire wa ne say edan ne se de wusi ni biara womo wo ho akonya de ma say one number pam state of the art kitchen at the amount what them fe na wa wo hwe kitchen ye wo screen is a Jack and some fatal den esa fatal papa na kitchen way and na obetimi atenim na say wo yiri o say wo hokafo say wo girlfriend dey na mu gina kitchen mu na mu ye aduane na owi a wato pono e wo kitchen ha na wase ato pono kitchen a obetimi ada ho arrest asum daye hwe kitchen way hwe light e wo ho nam ne ade e fe yi na ahom kan yi Ujina kitchen we are Bema there's no way I'll be blood pressure. The crowd was na mesrɛ muweni emre wate edan na wusie ne mesrɛ wo muweni mre bomodian na contact biogas expert for especially mo amo sabre mo drive no mesrɛ wo biogas expert for number is 055 589 3001 055 589 3001 Wombeji usno mun we din komo now enye we nkwani ade a biogas for ne yo afi wo mo science went to construction of the ben POP ye sidan ne we nansi yemfa ye mo ceiling biom ade ye ne ye fe ne ceiling ye event say POP now POP no so there's a difference biogas expert for no POP no non combustive substance me see them non combustive substance and omo dey build a POP ni just say eno ne ye build man wa asamo mao na emu mfa ne se eja atowo dan ni mu a sa non combustive substance na wo POP ni mu ntino woni amani na wo dem ho no enhye you be saved by this POP eno no biogas for na ye ne sa ma wo no mu wi a wo ma pe light kama di ahyehye mu a wa wo to dem wotum se kwado kwame abnei esie mi dan nie na wotum se wo ho wo kra ho atoniye because light omo be hyehye mu ama wo POP ni mu no efe papa me ka na me ka kire se me ye dance for essence me will be the same wo mo na ye ma me fe wo de ene twere ho a se dwumakuo yi esan so be boa se bia ene yi a ensu a ewo Ghana nyara adane Galamsey ya yenye bi numi de omo pa kire no se bomodin na from no omra emetu bohole kese amuna no amuna donko no muntu bohole enfema na nyensu wo fie wo ne Ghana water ton kwanta apai nya fina ye fene say nsu a ye twebe ya ni na adane chemicals mo muntu bi ema wo fie ho kama enfema na afebo guarantee e dey say nsu no say Jesus Christ ma ya nsu no nsan na won pe na opede yan biogas expert force winim afi yen hwa de mo a moto gas e wo mu fie o se e betimi su de weja nan nankasa aye gas a construct gas e de amount em we use e wo fie ho Tenusi obe contact omo no ma be construct gas facility e wo ho through the usage of one kasa or toilet facility no na etumi aboa the same adwumakuo asem ne say wo si wo dan ni wie na wo pese wo ye tiles wo construct tiles e wo dem ho a wono be construct the state of the art tiles e wo fie ho amount 2 compound tiles wo be amount 3 mo amwo supermarket shops factory honum because of oil spillage nim ne ade ye hia tiles e wo kama wo betimi aye ni na ade amount e wo supermarket wo ufie ho wo compound ho tiles asem na make tiles papa bi na tiles no be construct amount no guarantee of more than 5 years na unhro tiles no so umpe we na opede yen in fact government agencies nim ne ade kra mo pese ye tiles e wo mo offices nim ne ade no contact biogas expert engineers e wo 055 589 3001 055 589 3001 afi hwade we yo mo amwesimu dan e bia 1 year 2 years 10 years obehu ane se edan no ho paint ni na no eroro egu fom obeti ane se kasa ye kan se enchine e wo asase no ene kre biogas expert for e wo chemicals sunku bia wo mo eba be treat edan no wo mo ba ye be rere dan no hina no mama dan treatment sa treatment ni e de be ma dan no wo mu wi a afi o mesie penti dan na ma eno ano no sa edan na ho be rere no enrere biom onkwada ina mu wenya wo dan kama nya afi ni e be bu dan na yesie bebre na ye se o ye mu dan na yensi debi a waste of money free biogas expert for no momra MMA special treatment e wo dan no wate na afi ho ento biogas for be ye ni na e de amount ni nara ne se wo no mo ntirase na wo no mo yen hyehyeye enhyehyeye no wo mo de be kokrata so no wasan se wo ni Ghana ha mesrew pe a representative well trusted person na uni umfa ni nyina ho na biogas for expert for any say ni pe ebedin sa woso wo mo akria so eton ensase wo metimi aton asase na ma wo pese wo musi dan ma wa from the scratch ekosisro wo mo abeden ebeton asase na ma wo be papers na ma biom wo mesie si dan na ma de bio na ohwehwe na ma boso ama nti chese wo ni dume bie die an se wo no mbekọ agreement ni we treat scanning kakra dia mom nti asase na wo pe wo mo ho a Ghana baby a wo pass asase bia biogas for no be nya bia ma asase su bo so da form no ma ye nkrata no e dia ma 3 afi o mesi dan no enso e de amount 4 one be dan no so ope so mo kitchen state of the art kitchen to say the screen is so and so me bi de ahye mama ni na ne nhihye ya uno mbeye ni wetuatua no kakranka bra esem no na afi no why de wakotra den no ewranam we wu mpe we ya de na ope kwaku de metimi aya amamo no ye nneoma ene wiase aye dene sikasem enwa ye den enti bibi kakra bi no esi e fa kwan bi e be fa so e be ya ahoto be be obi abrabom uni Ghana hompo abibia wo bia no akonya e wo homa de hianse obenya the trusted person on a biogas for no ebe 2 sound amon frewom 055 589 3001 055 589 3001 we ufra a co-chief executive no direct kojo awono ono abe peke na nioma ade dana kwemu come folks. These are my great sponsors. I want Ghana speaks on a bro anadri a brain nimu kra but oh and you may be the home common a dawson but my mean for we infam me assure say Ghana for be brain namate say the 8th parliament of the 4th republic has been recalled. Ya free parliament for us will be omo samra edi enti ya from so omra because there are some emergency situation bia parliament eba be consider sa anima no ma pass na hwade bi ekopie mu ho de ben a tax exemptions on the ben events one one factory, one district, one dam. One district, one factory. So more can say one DF and I say one dam. 1D, 1F. Me who can put? Can you imagine? Oh, a dear patron mayano. One, a nibreswa. Majority leader yo rap. Come in a fenyo marking. And to convey parliament way. A 1DF, 1 whatever they call it. Me who said they are making kanchamo. But I know you know. But Ghanaian, do you know the secret behind it? The NPP government. Abetra Jose. All those companies, you know what? The brain behind SA 1DF, 1 whatever, yeah. And one of the tax exemptions, and they say, factories na ye ko sisi wo regions nimu any communities nimu na sefo no. Ye betimi ahwe say, sa factories no a eko ni na no. Nipa no omode factories ni ba no won benya tax exemptions ewo enyoma na womode eba be si factory no won benya tax exemption wo so Ghana for mon kwhwe parliament o na kwhwe report ne say eye factories na wo so a mahu nipa bone sem most all the parliament pass tax exemption ewo so no almost about 80 to 90% of these companies and factories say they go so ni nare companies being real estate companies. Number 3, most about 90% of these companies also belongs to the NPP folks. Akromfo crooks ni nara companies in what yebe pass taxes so ni nara belongs to this NPP top officers excellence in government. Mahu bonia enunti na mudi mika makwa parliament. Nti say there are some good NPP people they don't want to be associated with this crime. Any baby to say why kweku kwatin kweku may you be blessed. MP for Boase kweku kwatin has decided say he will not, may not, and cannot be part of this crime perpetuating against the conscience of the nation. Yeah, kweku kwatin. In the Ghana for the munimwa. Sa 1DF, 1 whatever no. Womo se omo pass tax exemptions was on. Enye factories bi edi ko nkrasio. Ye ko pass enintiro. Wo fe say womo de factories ni ko nkrasio. No ma enintiro mo pass tax exemption there be. Sa companies nya factories o. Companies belonging to NPP penifo. Ni na bebre no anso real estate companies. And omope into unim sa tax exemptions na ye ana ye pass ya mom no ni na esan ko mom botum. Look at this mindset nipa we no enunti mo de emergency a certificate of offense saying emergency. Mo de aba parliament was a enu mo ba be pass saa de we. Won ho adwen da mutrim. Kwame na afenyo mark. Hwe majority leader. Kwame na afenyo marking. Enye wa breso na Ghana parliament we. Yo. Oba ni esi dida o. Na nua ne ye majority leader o. Na chemensa bonsu no oho. Chemensa bonsu. Usinia no oho. Nya abotre pa. Boni bia mudie tia Ghana mu betua hoka. So at least we can take consolation. Say some more ntua hoka mo mama. You will pay dearly for this. I'm telling you, muntie mi. All the tax exemption more pass was 1 DF 1 whatever ni nara and your factories are echo crasi ho. No, and your companies belonging to top hierarchy of the governing New Patriotic Party. Ni naso in your factories. Can you imagine say you to me pass taxes ni be out to the sense air condition no mo dey kwakwa hihye sa wo mo real estate na tax exemption de dani na so. Mo kro no nye fe kra o. Mo kro no nye fe. Just say mo de mo yesel mo be bo Ghana kro no to the bone. En fam ho. The any be so enche metam reporting abekire Ghana for monim guasia despicable so-called honorable members of some of you mugu parliament ho monim wade how many Ghanaians and aircraft containers 20-40 footer containers ebesi tamaport any takrade port and a momo tax exemption mo kama mintie emua adwene mo fi se moniate. Mo say you are using Ghanaian parliament. All of us here parliament. You people think say mo nyansa. Kwekua na nsefo. Enti mo boni amudidi Ghana for. Mo nyansa apile NPP companies and amudi akosha parliament and amo pass tax exemptions on all of them. Just pay this money to the consolidated fund. But how many Ghanaians and they left containers from the port are more tax exemptions? Munkama mintie. Meanwhile, the nation's port and Yahunkakuna belongs to all of us. This is your wickedness against us. Many of you, mubenya diabetes, hypertension, yaria more dene, mubenya chuo, yaria more day, serious ailment. I would be cool. I swear to God, Yenia Brio. And until I dream me say, I am about to read a serious intelligence report. A Christopher woman, Christian Council, come out. The Pentecostals, Mumama Somra has say, and the charismatic. Namu Yema Adibi and Fufubia Danamo Kwaye, Namunim. And I do it, we be money on this intelligence report. Movies say agrudi. 2024 elections. The Bisimunya. Anyway, Mama Minko my answer on the religious belt. Our crusade towards religious deception, lies, falsification takes us to a church where the supposed man of God could only display his colors and causing injury to church members as a demonstration of God's power. We is 1 year and 9 years. Also for me, be naturally. I saw them when I saw them when I said, "Wobo karate." No, what they say yes, Unyankopon to me, and what they yedma. Meanwhile, karate is and our bonk of why I see a pre problem. What is all this? I see him saying 1 year and 9 years. Take a listen to him. Fantine besi inzwe isi CSM ben inzwe na saying that na saying that But is the intelligence report number home? And Mekan say, I prefer the culture of silence. I prefer the ugly than the culture of silence, because something is about to happen to the I prefer karate than say there is a smooth, subtle move to shut down the Christian community in Ghana. Yeah. But quickly, let's go to the world of politics. If you like, the politics of today. Now, politics of today remind us once upon a time. The running mate to the then candidates Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, told Ghanaians something. And what did he tell Ghanaians during the time Akufo-Addo was a candidate? No, near a running mate. Okasemi chere Ghana for Neya Sembeya. Take a listen to this.
Teachers are suffering. When nurses are suffering.
Hey!
Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering.
Will you keep quiet?
Civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Women are suffering.
My social media and you.
Teachers are suffering.
When
nurses are suffering.
Hey!
Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering.
will you keep quiet?
Civil servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering.
Osu biya sofa. That's Bawumia. Ye na wo Ghana ha na obeka sa asem we kire. Osu biya ye na obiya sofa. Ye gitumu an ye na ye sofa. Well, barely 2 weeks ago, he was questioned at his media encounter. So long as he's now the vice president and the flag bearer of the NPP, he was questioned about this. He began to say, "Ne stand on TV, everybody's suffering today, that he's a flag bearer and the vice president." And also, what can I say? Obiya sofa and then so on Obiya sofa. Now answer bang and Odema journalist. Take a listen to him.
In 2016, when we were on the campaign trail, you had this declaration, and it's a very famous one. Parents are suffering, students are suffering, traders are suffering, pensioners are suffering, drivers are suffering, contractors are suffering, civil servants are suffering, farmers are suffering, fishermen are suffering, men are suffering, women are suffering, children are suffering, and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering. May I know the status of suffering of these individuals today?
I remember very well.
Okay.
But I think that
I was joking.
And
I was joking.
oh, wait.
Sir, really? Well, today, candidate Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia is up close questioning his own political administration over their inability to have performed to the best to their credit. If you want to say buna buying for say where homework ne you go up buying ya ye and the saying and on all question administration of which he is part of. Take a listen to him.
Up to us is how can global phenomena skip Cote d'Ivoire and all surrounding countries and only attack Ghana? How does it happen? Up to us is how can global phenomena skip Cote d'Ivoire and all the surrounding countries and only attack Ghana? How does it happen?
Onopen obetimi yano, me intimi yano. Yankwe. Ghana faces imminent threats on food and water shortage. Ghana faces imminent threats on the back of illegal mining and Galamsey, plus food shortage soon to make a landfall. This is due to the rapid speed on illegal mining, on which illegal mining and Galamsey operations have yet been activated in most Ghana's forests and water bodies. Abraham no mu kasei enoma na de say aka tom ne bro na omai Ghana amem prekope na be mem wo kwan ben so be mem kire say ekonya yankasa yaye ye ho sa boni etise a omai bienu a empenifo a ye de maya show monsa ne sabe sa dwen bi wo mutirimu a wo betimi atena ho aye nhwe han na o medi mo frasam say Sebio oduma kuma bo ade a wo bo ni wiase bo ensuo no bo enua ene nioma se emuoma nipa yiedie enkoso no yenye die ni empanifo ne de won be o madwene se no Nyankopon de amaye wa maye ensuo fense kwaye ni na beboa meduane aba because kwaye no boa emensuo no sustaining a lifetime kwaye no so boa emenuane enso ba esense ebom from ni me bebre na nyansafo bia ye de tumi amom no kire se no wo mo ankasa de tumi be show monsa no ma nipa akowire mu monko mo ye dom monko se nsuo no monko se kwaye no ena me ne ugina mu sisi. However, available video footages reveal the massive destruction caused water bodies including animal species is indeed overwhelming. Afisa wudi weni bubu no wahwe ne wabu kompose to what extent ena sa nyoma amike ken ya se no a ema eteki an effect e won sase ne so enua so emoa enam edieben ni na obi aji baabi di no afa enam o emoa omi na obi ape baabi di ti afa why esanse to kwakase ne esanse to kwakase esinsuo num nti ahimfa na omi na ombefa ye gene sen hwede nsuo no eye nam a egu nsuo no mu a menu mi na ebetimi aden enye biare. Watch this.
Side Galamsey side pa ofesana amai kwa haje papa pesana moy ebre Galamsey side se omo draining nsuo no bi egu nchen nti pesana mo an ebre ewo efom ho pese omo kunkum mo an nyina na emo nyina wuwu a daachi ye beye den ye nchirimba nde no beye ende hwe sadibo hwe sadibo a ultimate ko aize kokra so duty o kan nka nyama bebre na koso o memu a hadwe ya sefem wonka sa hwe sena mo ibre hwe amanone a sena ye hu enoma ne we omokrapo sena treat omo ho sena ye treat ye mo isa na ye treat ye ho o man we mu yaw na edi nipa fem sa so na ye mo afem obia e complain yaw nko a aden na ye ti o man mu na nkasa ye di ye ho boni sen on faso o sika kra obenyanti on dwen ochina ho on dwen de onya benya ochina ho na on dwen ochina no on nimza wo ba aden hwe o de woni gi se wo ye sen o woni gi nanso ochina no eni je di ne bebia one fe yinsu nya ya se no ye se yinsu yi ayi se ko kraba ako kra yinsu a obesi de nya yinsu a ya se yinsu nyina e twa ekoko nyina egu ye body ye twa nyina egu se Galamsey nti ye se bibia o man we mu o ka na de se o hu de onya kokra e ya o man mu eni je bia ne bebia o to ani a woni nto bebia nim hwe natural resources na ko pod man yen pa wa hye yinsu hwe na modugu man yen Panga sa hwe teze o hwa na ya sefum o hwa ya sefum enye ya hwe ogobani ne kita nam de nam na kita nam na bre no hwe en de se nam ne bre teze on no ma tosunti on drink hwe on ma tosu en no no china so e o chana wa akokra no benya nam bi awebiem a mo shom emo nyina ase aden hwe obra mo ibre aden nso na poto yi ebe kakra nso be no ka ebe kraba ye say bibia o mem every day Ghana ni say ade every day Ghana ni say ade tze mo o mai tina kra yeden tze mo fa so mo benya ne ndenti en fa so mo benya ne ndenti aden hwe obia tze abon tze hu do person nya abo an kra but ne be na abo na yew ukọ abrochi na ko hu no man abrochi de no man de ukuru ko kan na so wo de hwe de wo yew de bibi ni ye nipa o bibi ni ye nipa bibini nipa adan mama mutina kwat say inse bu kwa kana ya sefom hwe ahwe abono bone be na wayo enti ne bone wayo ne ko abono enesa ne bone abono ne se ne ko abo yi say o me den so na yen no enti ne ko so bone erade say o kakra na say o hu de onka o ka o hu se na onka adan hwe ko ba ne hwe se na mo no ti say e ha dwe o atachem na se amoyi o nsi amoyi o mbesi den yawo o chere besi den nyebi na sa
ore ho ma sa ade ya wo yeah when we say there bibini this color these beings human beings we when we say the omo yesu mean bro ne be ka say mean omutrim yesu omutrim odene when we say the see ye emwa ye o my kayaka de saa na ye de ye ho those adwene no omugu nsuo mu a eso omugum ni nam nsuo mu kama mu tie no atache ne kra no omugum kra no ye se ye ma atache ne ko mo ho nto mo o ye brim wom e wa atache nim. But again, my main form for the intro in the beginning, how Ghana water bodies. Net is saying, yes, and the Ghana water events and Ghana your water bodies. Yes, and that you. So, question in the beginning, how does Ghana water bodies look like? I was very young. Now, my kai said, time I made Papa call. You call Aguna Kunyako. The construction of River Yensu was done so such that, hey, who say yes, water is something else. The recreation, and the serene environment that comes along with river, no, I mean, who be that? It's gone. And then river yensu, nina, I'm say atheism. But we say sani akopon boy yensu no ana there be a nipa and a dinsu na fa kwan so. Kaneno ne yensu ne color net saying. Yeah. Ese minu mi ni na atnase yet ho se ne Yesu ye amen. Minu mi yo. Again, I want us to go back and see more distractions. More distraction this time caused to the environment and its impact on our social economy. Now, the program, we went out front with our correspondents in Enchi. Is going to give us another video footage, how disturbing the footage is, and what Galamsey has caused to some situation be ewo Enchi. Again, and also Galamsey ni AC wohono. Watch this.
This is Enchi Asankrigwa Road. This road used to be one of the best roads in Ghana, well constructed by a Chinese company paid by the government of Ghana from the taxpayers' money. Unfortunately, Galamseyers, illegal gold miners, and sometimes even those with license, have mined underneath. And now we see this costly road, well-built road, caved in. Unfortunately, the paramount chief of the area of Enchi and Asankrigwa pass here every now and then. Ministers pass here every now and then. Our political leaders pass here every now and then. And nothing has been done. No arrest has been caused of those who are perpetrating this. This is our country. So what are we doing about this? And still, the miners are mining. They are continuing. We can look at the concrete walls that were put there as fenders or the fenders to block in case a car veered by side. Look at them, they have all been pulled down. They have all broken and fallen apart. Where I'm standing now is a cave. It looks like an earthquake, but excuse me, that is not an earthquake. There is no earth tremor here in this area. This is a tremor caused by Galamsey. And you can see over there where they have dug and come underneath. The ponds are there. They have dug and left them unfilled. Just behind the green, if you see some yellowish color there, these are all ponds left unfilled. And from that side, they have come underneath. Very soon, these people will be cut off. Very soon, there will be no road. And unfortunately, as I've said, people are passing here. The leaders of our countries are passing here. The leaders of our traditional area are passing here. And still, Galamsey illegal mining is going on. Oh, Ghana, what are we doing? Should this continue? Should we blame Chinese? Should we blame the foreigners? Or we should blame ourselves? This is what is happening to the modern trend of politicians in our country. Now the road is left with only one quarter. This part is supposed to be the pedestrian path. This is the main road, so practically what is left of the road is just only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 feet. Just 5 feet. So if any vehicle is coming, and here is also a cave. So any vehicle coming, there can be.
So one portion of the road is chopped off. Nina caving in. I say buegum. Into minim how we a barricade be to wall that side of the road now off for the motorist. And I cut that narrow path. Now, again, the danger part of this is that it's also a curve. So assuming a car is coming from that end, one also from this end, on that same narrow road. And then, unfortunately for both, depending on what kind of speed cars echo within that kilometer, there will be a head collision. Meanwhile, we share quite say ya. Ensure neta hono a my Galamsey no from Wama. I didn't ekutu. Ometua koka kwana se. Tonight, the people of Sekendi in the western region are about to strike over a dilapidated footbridge, which now poses as a death threat to the people. We go out front in the western region and gauge the space. Now, videos here in came free western region and also pa na me yin kakra chiremo. Sa Sekendi constituency and why constituency. Ejapa mesa, ejapa mo asonko oho. Asam kesi ebesi wo Sekendi no. Se woni mu a che watia for kwayi mane wire mipo bim. Our 1 foot is our Sekendi. Na wo hwe bridge we. Me yin kakra chiremo nya nenkwa. Friday may be at your next week the same. Now we share our bridgeway poses threat to human life. And there's so many things going on. I was Sekendi wha the question and that crowd intelligence ya say sa kwana last me boni video mam na say friend simple on MP for Takra the yes ana what's his name BB the friend Dakon Ochre o mama warning say mo nsi kro num kra biom. I don't know what's going to happen. And a Sekendi honso, womuso dija ebe to ho. Eja ben eba, I don't know. But there's something in eminence. I was Sekendi ho, and we are following it closely. Yes, I can footage of this footbridge way that poses threats to the people of Sekendi. Take a listen to this.
Sekendi bridge in your. Wait, you were MP was Sekendi. She bridge. MP no but tuma for bridge we da. MP no but tuma for bridge da. But said MP onyati mu po bia ma Sekendi. So yensha Professor Dr. Loyebre ama all baby jina MP e was Sekendi ama NDC. Man no on be na wa hyase do li mpuntu dwuma bebre. Wa ma free books free pencil, eraser, like Mwaka Kaumbebre, one loan so without interest, but you were MP or second year, untum on my loan, untum on ye legacy was second year, even in factory, Yenny MP, on for being sido. If you are talking about secondary, we are talking about secondary that we have poor MP. You were MP and it's me then on Jenny, so Yenny Bridge, Massa, and Campuna, what I on Campuna, we border for me. Inti abaduna tell you we MP or second year. MP ordinary one. MP on Jenny MP on Jen number 1. John Mahama na bread na obey bridge. Mr. Bridge, abani biaba. Na wabu bunenu guru. Yakada ban MPP abani be. 1 year she was second year day. Aba bibi papa na why was second year day. When you na stomach politician. Because one number go school wade, one number nance or region. Because over kita 4x4 na wade chop. But on came with the Bible say, I did yell baby, a book one contain. It's one French when it's
we have so many horrific footages about what is happening. It was second D, and our 1/4 it was second D where you monitor the course war. Folks, Afima Memfa Mura Special Intelligence Report we the Christian community in Ghana, Mumama Sumraha. The Christian Council, the Pentecostal Council, the Charismatic Council. Please, tonight, lend me your ears. And of course, this is our special report, Yede Eba. We bring to our listeners and viewers this, our special intelligence report. May I say, beneath this report may be very sensitive. However, we must deliver it as it is indeed. Report here maybe can tremui ne kwasem nie emu oyiram ensem bi nso mu a had dwene kakra nanso kwaku ense edi tudwa. But before me de be tudwa no, let me issue this disclaimer here that this report does not, and it's not and cannot intend to denigrate or speak against any religious group in Ghana. I'm sorry. That's not what this report is about. But whichever, however, that the report is going to speak something about a particular religion, it is still, may I say, not intended to denigrate or cause any kind of ill motive to any religion in Ghana. It's rather unfortunate that the faces of it looks as though, fundamentally though, but any striking development, as it were, to cause any showdown to any religious group in Ghana. May I establish this quickly? Now, the 2024 general elections, which is barely left with 94 more days to go, is going to have one of its form, political, and the other hand, religion. Yes. And tonight, I'm speaking to the Christian community here in Ghana to be extremely vigilant and watch out in the coming events. Asima mekan na ne se se hwebria ye wo mi ya na chese akayen ena mako 94 more days na Ghana ne ye koto aba de to so biom ne kire se abana no se wo hwe na afa ba ko a eye politics nti na ese ye koto sa aba no wo hwe na afa ba ko bi so a religion ebe play role. Yes. Na beka say religion ebe play role ben. Wait a minute, me de wo ko fie. Religion is going to play a fundamental role in the 2024 elections. Enunti meyi esomwa munye Kristo somwa mo Ghana ha no meyi mo asutre woni ema bi mo. Brano ye na ye nim yaka Ghana eye state ben yenye fully a Christian nation. No there be. But asemunu mu kura da ho ne kire se a Christopher ne doso. Ghana is a secular state, but the truth of it is that by statistics, a Christopher ne doso etching all the religious groups in Ghana, and it's undisputable fact. I mean, completely education be a sana 70. Inti si ye cheche ni omanwa si ye cheche na accordingly say accordingly because it is by numerical a Christopher do then if you want them so na ba hwan so asem na sanity anything na me shas me say nobody impugn any negative he say ye religious group be at loggerheads pacho tie ha tie Christopher am wo me mu ha tie ha na mo mamani we na maso emra ha. There is a grand conspiracy in the making to Islamite Ghana. Yedi kind no. Ote, me say there is a grand conspiracy in to ensure say Ghana would sooner or rather later anyhow. There's a group, there's a move to Islamite this nation. Now, let me give you this. Say Omaino by all, you say, yeah, a secular nation, and let's say, yeah, strictly on maya, yaka say, yeah, yameson for. However, take note and the need that say a Christophone Dawson, now so munye Christo mine. No. So, by these statistics, there is a move to ensure, say, any another idea, let's take the full drive. And either we choose to make it a Christian nation, or otherwise you make it an Islamic nation. Either of the two. They want to stamp an authority now. And it's a Christopher no more swan. Moon no so. Now a fee ye baby si fapem Uko baby yes oh aha. Yes so and so uko Asia wa. Ubate they are Shintoists, they are Buddhists. The religion gives a clear cut of their identity. The religion is able to identify them who they are. So who call China says here? It's so clear that Chinese women are Buddhist. Who call India women say predominantly they are Hindus, and that identify them. In our case, we are a secular nation, meaning say obia frefrekoba. It's you need a clear-cut definition of who we are and our identity. But as I speak to you, 2024 elections, see the beku we no, huh? NPP Bible 2 sanamon if you must fix who our identity should be. And here number 1, to Islamize this nation. Number 2, or secondly, to inculcate some portion of Islamic studies in our educational curriculum across the educational sector. Yes. There's another grand mover, that grand move, you know, and some sure say some Islamic studies and you may be no educational curriculum. What it means is that across the educational sector, you must be forced to study some religious Islamic studies in your maybe whatever that it is. I don't want to mention it, but it's a developing intelligence report, IEPBA. And I'm only to tell the Christian community, wake up and watch the space. Yeah. This I say, and may I again say and caution, it does not mean Islamic is a bad religion. Please. Tiasie, namen tiasie, eyobia ni nidiem. Obia ko nidiem. Other than that, you don't go to Israel today, tonight, and you see that there's a massive demonstration in Israel, in Tel Aviv, between the Israelites, the Israelis, and the Arab people. Now so I didn't know Chichemuho, Assembintia. Assembly Suntin Obia Wonidin. Send community, I say, wake up. There is something in eminence. Number 3, Number 3, apart from say, Islamic doctrines will be pushed into Ghana's educational curriculum. Someone will say, who say not more educational curriculum? No religion can go. Ebane say na mu yi religion no efri mu. Mu nim dia moye. Napo wo bepe running mate di ho. Hu yesre. Running mate. Ebane say na mu yi religious studies. Every educational curriculum ebane say what happened? Do you have an idea? Okay. Now they are about to substitute with an Islamic studies. your son, your daughter will study it. This is a subtle intelligence. I had wanted to keep, but then there are more intelligence of this report coming, and we need to bring it to much. We have to go quickly up close with the Christians in Ghana. Wake up. The third one, there is a grand move to see to the biggest construction of mosque across all the 16 regional capitals shortly after election 2024. Afi sa mosque we ye be make sure say ye be see mosque akesi all the 16 regions ni ye ba be see mosques ewo ho na no it would depend who wins election 2024. Say ye be see sa mosques na e be gine nipa 2024 abato no ye be yi no. Across the 16 regions, we have copies of Neme Bibra, Mintimi Nenedi Nchiramo. Number 4, some top-level Christian leaders in Ghana, Ahamuntian Ye, may say, some top-level Christian leaders in Ghana will surely see the elements of surprises. Now, elements of the surprises. Now, on the back of these surprises would be like a religious war. So, I am cautioning the Christian body out there to watch out and look sharp. May say some top-level Christian leaders would surely see the surprises. So, now, on the back of these surprises would be like a religious war. It will not be a political war. A Christopher as so far kesebi waha. Depending on how this intelligence will go, all up to the end of election 2024. If a certain leader is out or elected up, may say some Christian leaders, you would see the elements of surprises. And the elements of surprises can be countenanced on many levels. The elements of surprises in any pine womb. Any friend eliminate and by surprise. Then we say we are. The etat one, and yet to say, oh, some religious leaders were seen to be political. No. The element of surprises against these top Christian leaders would be what? Countenancing on what we call religious war. And yet politics are some. They'll be taken care of. And none yet politics are some. And some of these leaders, we have the list. And I'm sorry, I can't share with you guys for now. But some of them have picked the intelligence themselves, and they know what I'm talking of. Some of them are watching the show tonight. Now, indeed, there is also an agenda to see to the implementation of the LGBTQ rights in Ghana shortly after election 2024. This also would depend who becomes the president of this republic. Yes. Folks, as I'm saying, now, after election 2024, near 2 years, depending on Nipa or Babedi president, say Nipa would be forced to implement or pass a law. Law near pass, but there's a very good reason or bad reason why. President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo still hold on to this, and they are using the court as a caveat. No, 94 more days tonight to go. They are waiting for something. Depending on sa leader Ghana be yino, sa leader will be compelled to ensure that law is passed. Afi LGBTQ for omufa hundie ebeba. Say Ghana mo ye secular state, and as a secular state, so why? Allow all free for all. No. They are going to use your own constitution to do something. It doesn't matter whether the person is an Islamic leader or Islamic person related or a Christian person related or no. They will force that law to come out. Now, if you move baby, quite deeper than this. There is also a grand conspiracy being hatched by the Western powers to use Ghana as a focal point, or if you like, to use Ghana as a focal point and a common denominator to champion the blueprint in the new world order, in the state of cashless world, as a form of improving technology, but apparently otherwise. Yes. Now, me person who exercise now. All the candidates now who among them is championing the cause of what he called the cashless world. Now let me bring you guys up to speed on something. You know why? It's not bad though to see technology say technology would enhance our way of and improve our way of life, but I'm sorry, no. The Western powers episode mu use Ghana as a common denominator in the whole arrangement. Africa. Now, one of the things some person who succeeded in getting it done, our world to go on the path of a blueprint, which is also enshrined in the NWO called the New World Order. Go and read the New World Order. Don't ask me. And this is where I bring this to Ghanaians. How lazy, and our inability to read and research and to know what is going on in this global world. New World Order. Yes, the New World Order blueprint is a blueprint and ever govern the next world and the next generation. Okay? And you know what? The New World Order is being controlled by a group of a 13 family. The 13 family who controls the global economic power. Now guess what? The same blueprints way it's a blueprint that ever taking care of the next world and the next generation should be governed. And so, sooner rather later, the world is about to be ushered into the era of what we call the ecumenical world. The ecumenical world means what? One world religion. Then from there, we go to one world what? Currency. And then number 3, one world religion. Case closed. And the Christians can what? Trace this in the same Bible they wrote to you in what? Revelation 13. And that is the human number. And especially when they take you to Revelation. And the Revelation 13 beneath, it's like then the coming of the Antichrist will come like Ohonibi. And the Domoka catcher Christophoni Nana say, oh, and the Antichrist neighbor, Obeba, not what be my numbers. Say, into a young say, Obeba to say Nipa. I know when you be new PF Punumu, and I know a bit on not success, but not to say no bar. They will quickly refer to the Revelation 13. Now I'm will be out done also. Sana yo, Trahe. Traho. Christians are forgetting themselves. Now, me be a question. Who among the candidates or who contested for these elections or spearheading this agenda? Go and find out where. Me say who among the candidates or spearheading this agenda called the cashless world? Or not? Is it the most sad part of it is that the leaders in Africa themselves do not even understand the kind of policies here they show more be implemented. Because I tell you what. The global world in a move called the next generation. The continent are slow down this agenda. Now, what they are trying to do is that they are trying to take some leaders in Africa, push money to them, force them to implement all kinds of policies. Ebema Africa are joining the rest of the global world so that they will implement their action plan. Go and read the New World Order. What does the New World Order say about the next generation? Then you go and read the 13th family who controls the global political economic power. Blueprints and saying, "Hey, busia kuoben, omo 13. Omo na control we are say." All right? And everywhere in the world, you will see their remnants there, representation. And who say sometimes even governments around the world, the manifesto or minor, and they are governing the nations around the world according to a certain code, a global manifesto, which of course enshrines in the New World Order agenda. The ecumenical world is coming very close. Make us say the Pope of Vatican or shares a move now, and that was in 2015. Many people didn't know that the Pope had spoken to all the religious groups around the world, including the Russian Patriarch. Every religion in the world will come under the umbrella of the ecumenical world. And some area will move into the cashless world. The end game is not to ensure say, the world should have peace or no. And some the one world government, all according to these blueprints, will be taken care and will be spearheaded by the United Nations. Yes. There's another, I will take you through. Kweku is preaching conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. We are. We name their. There's a lot. Enibri no modeba. Na me say asemwa ebe to Ghana a Christopher no mama nimre. The Christian community in Ghana me se mama nimre enya wadwen say oh obi de sabe enam religion nti ebi aye ma no kwan za na wadwen yo. They are using him, that same religious whatever that was saying, they are using him to activate what you call the cashless world. What is a cashless world near to help us do business easy? It's true, but there's an end game to it. A big brother sitting somewhere in Washington, and here the world is in his palm. He turned the world this way, that way. He sees what goes on in Africa. He turned the world this way, he sees what goes on in Asia. He turned the world this way, he sees what goes on in Europe. You are joking. Do you know how many years, quantum of money the US government has spent in implementing what you call the MMR, the multiple micro electro array, which is a small implantable chip, which sooner or later you be infuses up chip way and on every human being born by a woman. And your inability to have this chip will simply not give you access to any government building, including aircraft, trade, buy or sell. What are you talking about? Do you know the next world here come? And the leaders in Africa have no clue. They are just using them keke. And I'm say Ghana hano leader bang and a Western powers initiate your person using the SR. The Christian community wake up. There means that other group of people associate to Islamize this nation. Now, all of the above intelligence number they are to Hamamano. A group of nations around the world who have come together to ensure the commissioning of the above projects. And I tell you guys, folks, it is not just a joke. It is a terror yet to befallen this country called Ghana. A community. The Christian community in Ghana, I am speaking to you, the Pentecostal, the charismatic, the Orthodox. Please search for your own. Don't joke. Me say the Christian community, search for your own. A disaster that is about to fall this nation. And you joke. Nigeria. Do you know why the Boko Haram still exists on the neck of Nigeria? Do you know a group of some Arab nations who feed the Boko Haram the money, the resources, and do you know what they are doing? Their footprints in Ghana? Please. A Christopher na ayamo said diabia ye peja sikabidi amamona ama sebi said diabi na musu me say wake up. Now many of you that the list we have, the elements of surprises stare at your face. Nye joke. Folks, this is our intelligence report ye deliver the amamo. Emu huye. Enyeme pigum eba. Now you see adeba committee say Ghanaians in your assessment too. More leaders no mobile contest election. Have you assessed them, their religious background, who they are? There are lots of leaders are mobile. Many of them were the satanic world already. There are some leaders if you allow them, they are taking the nation's sovereignty, the nation's spirit, the nation's pride on the altar of Luciferian, on the altar of occultism, on the altar of what? Satanism. And tonight, I'm going to mention one. Now, my catch and so I'm Ghana for. There's this young guy who wants to contest. I really had not wanted to do this. But I want to ask him, I'm Ghana for. Abrante my friend Nana, what's his name? Nana Kwame. Vincent Bediako. Me talk back no here. Nana Bediako. Wherever you are. Brana Bekachre Ghana for. Which secret court do you belong to in London? Besides Asemo. Nana Bediako alias Sheda. Me say, which secret court does this boy belong to in London? Yeah, the Ghana show on say, baby, I swear to God, yeah, more time, come and speak to Ghanaians. Nana Bediako, me say, which secret court does this boy belongs to? That is one. Number two, that symbol of that caricature mask in your occult world, what does it mean? I will expose you naked if you don't come out. Me say, sir, or the other two board no so in his occult world no, what does that mask what does it mean? What does it represent? Number 3 parent big go. I feel on my day and time and organize a festival called it the Sexual Orgy Festival in Ghana. What does that festival means? So our program now here no as a trend is saying these are leaders are udi on my best show. And I'm sure that this guy hasn't spoken ostensibly about what he's going to do if Ghana is giving to him about his position on gay and lesbian rights. Go and watch. Go and find out. The Sexual Orgy Festival this boy organized. Oh, Ghana. Are you aware? Sheda. Me say, which secret court in London do you belong to? What is the name of the court? Bemayen. Sa Enfonino. Sa Ohonine. What does that represent in your occult order? But the movie I make a short break. Me ba. Ghana Speaks Extension picks up. This is the Frontline with Kwekwana, your investigative journalist. I'll be right back.
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great, folks. We're back. And of course, we've walked one leg of the journey, remaining one. Max 23 approximately, gone past the hour 9. And we go out front tonight on all of that, as I welcome you back. Speaks. And of course, this edition, the spotlight is on NPP Manifesto. We call it the blueprints. Sharp focus we throw on it, shall we? Now, NPP Manifesto in Nyoma Omatrochum. But you see, of course, this is editorial bench. Eno Kofi Edri, of course, he's the director of research in my program, where he joins me shortly. But Ghana for muntie ade we Nyankopon ya adama fiada wo hom. Ye be mamo part 2. The names behind the alleged Akufo-Addo family feud, which has caused Ghana $134 million judgment debt. Mokai Friday ye de mamo. Ye be mamo part 2. Kwan ye fa so a President Adodanko Akufo-Addo nini nuanom ntokwa. Ama elidima Ghana abe boka $134 million. Plant ni sisi wenye adwuma. President Akufo-Addo wofa si we ye friend eye day dankane abranti ho abeka adwemu. Ye be mamo hot one o Friday. Hey, Friday de boja habe she papa. Veni agro. The part 2 of that story is coming. Now, you see, eye mumi en shade bi nso, hwe? Leaders now ye better to about so ma Ghana for don't fall for any leader be say oh and away not to say anyway not to, is it the Ghanaian the black people with our sentimentalism of understanding who somebody personified of say oh our who Brazil and now we say and then but any part when we be di on mind so ne nipa no unnim ne papa o ne unnim ne farebai e dangerous because one year careful or the omani kwa kwhye wo peja omani sunsum na akwa kwhye bibi ase afidi aka nso omani isi apene ora shada baby awo bia na me catch brabontin to explain something to us. You see, people don't know what is going on, but men you want to say obi anim. Sometimes your quest to take leadership of this country and come on a full disclosure of who you are. Rather than say, would you maybe CSC? Answer later about it say, no, kwenye juma. Some phone in that mobile board, no, so. Would you who is sir, Monsieur Metro? And that honor, any. I want him to come and tell us the significance, meaning of this in his occult world. Wait. And what was it? The new force, the new Ghana, new nation. Really? You think it's a joke? We know what we know. A biom me say occult group bang and was shame our London ho on betre before ye pia babonte. A biom now we are organizing some sexual orgy festival as a trend is saying. Great. Let me go on the line and speak to you. Editor, Director of Research, Emma Showe, Enoch Kofi Ejiri. Kofi Memoajo. Kofi, your man is doing his own thing, is it not? Yeah. But Kofi, just a quick one. Wait, of course, we're doing it our own editor's band. You see, give a bite on leaders, baby, or my so. Not sometimes on my nunipano, and your assessment to Fanese Kumina, me be or my so. Any pan she shame me peduemu, and she share my brabo, my lifestyle, my family background, in myself, me ya wine, and now Kofi Ejiri. And sana ye do to me, I shall say, oh, Ghana for them, caveat here, de tutua, oh, no warfare. Oh, oya brantie. Oh, oya hobrase. Oh, say the Kofi that screen is it. Nice man. And that's so. Wa fun na ye hita. I say wo no ye dia o man show nza. Ensumi kan bia na ye dia o man be show nza. Skedie ni medi and whatever it is. Asem ka wo. Enti Kofi, what must we do as a nation? Give a sharp focus to say we scrutinize our leaders. Your bite on this.
You see, and that energy, and that you take you
aye.
And then I give away apple farm because of Galamsey and seminar.
Yeah.
I just me two me. Now I didn't be saying what say if your leaders ever Ghana ha. And then the debate some say, what kind of leaders? And I walk. Na check bank and a I didn't say, oh, okay. We did in Nigeria, it's in a few. We'll be sending background once or bar politics maybe a bit maybe Sitaka Kadiamamino and no. And the question is, Why no say yes I check no. Your constitution no. We make a provision will be there with me say okay, so be that the leader, flag bearer and I say the 1 month this year. Say 1 month no, you basically have after electoral commission I confirm no. You better check it 1 month no. Everything about you and Sana, there will be this our constitution man. Daddy. We don't. And any time you also be the president to be an man paying India and also paying the court. We see so and also our buying and also paying the court. Or very difficult to start paying the before. I didn't see a banner because first person and work it. And if you say any bit now you do and Nama did them cast manifestos no. No, I must soon do because the agenda. At the way this agenda we know any idea do and no. Yes, sir. You can say, okay, agenda win a giveaway, 20 checking away. After starts no, Jane is okay. If you are confirming in panel, you're confirming, I check the tax climate, the year we are, we set a day there, we're not saying a mom band or something, the year at the year, part you or a gun in or a gun in and one you but the core bank never gets again checking out quiet or by basis. Then checking in the background. So our affiliate to terrorist group B and answer to some international group B and answer to this group or to that group. We don't do that. And in the end, it will be say I mean the connection coming up. In a constitutional.
NPP. Anyway, my uncle manifesto as well.
Yeah.
So NPP manifesto ya fiyencha so say care for the elderly, care for elderly. Not just say one more woman free no. NPP manifesto no a provision be so say pass an aging act for the care and protecting of the elderly, promotes geriatric care training programs to address the growing need for elder care, implement policies on the establishment of home care, nursing homes, rehabilitation services, including assisted living and old age community living. Create elder-specific social assistance schemes to cover these not presently covered under existing programs. Kofi, I tend to share this with the NPP. It's a great program. Chaze, Oko abruchi memua. Yehu nyoma se bebre wo ho. Enne ye penifo pi na womo nie free a. Womo nya nipa me ka se me ankasa me papa. Before my father passed on, no. Not just a nanti ye hwe se ebenya obi ma na take care of your papa. But na ehwa edini. But me believe say policy way say to me create sad way ma enokra na lead ma companies bi say care eba ema ye biebie sa companies bi wo hwehwe no answer wa frɛ na obi aba na wa behwe say nipa na. I think say it's a very good and novelty. Of course, looking also at the nursing aspect, and that also comes into your home. What do you make of it?
Me know ya dream and also because me so in fact you know, and I know one of the few things that I hate saying.
Yeah.
Say you be say to say the work no, e beboa e campaign for no. Because you don't say I did thing no. We are no embre e ba you could be. But ya mam ne papa no. It issues are our said Say. Would you ever could see na pay you one would be any or no. None whom I basa was saying whom I said. Would be any. Now me question number what I do when you say this beautiful policy or the officer of the bano. So me a demois. Sa nursing care and as a nurses form the corona no. A crumble is full over personal which one say a bear per hour and as a monthly and as a bear thing.
Good question there.
I said yeah I won't. You know you said that there is two a different ball game altogether. It is all the tasks to never have. Is that the same system because really so one nurse will be here different from hospital.
Papa.
Qua and many a time was a nurse maybe was nursing school about the year. Aka some few months na ka will training on say some for patients to be our hospital will be doing it and a pay yana Joe now could see one man report said you see more over one man report in hotel so over man report the yes I know and make patients in the but the question is can we sustain such a thing You know, say, or the disease ababa, Mamia who idea is okay. Home care nursing, same way by now, would you be to I save one from an apart to this time, would you pay this amount, that amount, see. Then, at least, you know, all mommy idea be for me to understand. But what can you say? What the poor, not to say the last one I can be the one implementation plan you. Now, my son who timeline at double. My son who how obey your mappa. A very but as a plan on Stephanie, you know, you are doing who said,
yeah, good. Okay, Yemra House, say, protect our environment. Oh, you are feeling the Omedrufi. Yamina Mkai, you want to work on. Almost say protect our environment. Now, enhance the protection of our forests and biodiversity. Hotspot, restore our forests through reforestation programs by targeting 30,000 hectares of degraded areas for reforestation and plantation development annually. B, establishing 1,000 hectares of bamboo and rattan plantations annually for watershed protection and plantation development, and providing 3 seedlings and planting suckers in a minimum of 1,000 communities to enhance the National Reforestation and Plantation Development Program. Usher in a golden age for Ghanaian-owned small-scale mining for wealth and jobs, and promoting responsible and sustainable small-scale mining, including addressing illegal small-scale mining by making available proven reserves data to small-scale miners to help deal with the associated problem of trial and error digging for gold, simplifying the small-scale mining license regime, scaling up the use of the mercury-free gold catcher machine. Kofi, me nkomenim. Please, try me pesa me kasa. Way home. Kofi, speak for me.
Mama, voice now because I am to feedback is not voice and say, Mama,
good one.
Yeah. You can protect our environment, you know. The day a job, usher in golden age for Ghanaian-owned small-scale mining. I defend that make us some raho. The team more day, my way. The team again. Now, if you want to base on that, and I'm being fair here, and yes, I may sound the protocol. We do have a program that I said before. So, may share Galamsey, so they are bound with 80 but Galamsey. That will come when I say, yeah, poor Benson, what for? I'm telling you.
Not as a policy way there.
No, let me make this point.
That's a policy way there. Fundamentally, though, it's nothing to write home about. Correct?
I'm telling you, sir. Matter, I did will not be saying it shouldn't have even come to the whole thing. You are there with TV, so we were bring now then and there. I want him for. When you send the next few years, I'm saying you no more Ghana. Are we not kept? So because of one person who did the one no now that. Oh, Sally, I just don't want to be emotional. What are they with about the Shah? The president told us that he preferred to put his presidency on the line. Is he not still in office? Is he not still in office? What's about the case is thing? And a difference between war, this, and your parents, President one. Look, let me be fair here. At the beginning, I was one of those who used to make that very statement to say, Vice President Bawumia cannot be blamed for the mistakes of the president. I was one of those who used to say that. Until someone would say he was opening up to certain things that were about himself. Men are making digitization, sir. Oh, that's why you've been part of the whole thing. Because if you are part of it, then man can say you have to see any mommy. Because you see any man, the day of the funnel, at the moment you see the other crown, so you get an enemy. So you no about the catcher. I just don't want to go into this whole thing. I remember my very emotional. Very. It's just simple and pathetic. You say, I'm cool. For first, what I say. In fear, you pardon I don't want to go into this.
It's sad. It is very sad. I tend to agree with you, Kofi, because Kasses is here. In fact, the imminent threat on our shoulders is the same as what we are seeing in this policy. That's one. Number two, Monsuna Mua Bemu Sisia, and you say, I'm for nature and to us. This Abria Mua Bemu Cray, policy Amua towards your forest and water bodies, and 1 year Huyana, and I would be higher then. Because you nothing. It's a failed policy. Now, well, I mean to me just almost about no meeting, I understand that, but I don't know. But Kofi Yansha way.
I don't want to go. I remember in fact you can't say my America.
Yeah.
Because a ding power no one that a ding over to Kaka but I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Okay, Yansha says sustain and expand Ghana's rebounding economy. I don't know what this, but anyway, let's see what we can make of it. Say, Fed accelerates the growth and expansion of the economy over the next 4 years. Yes, over the next 4 years, from Mobile we increased the size of the economy by $20 billion since 2016, from $56 billion to $76 billion by the end of December 2023. Also, achieve and sustain an average 6% growth by expanding agriculture, mining, including establishing Minerals Development Bank, emerging industries, digital hub and service, sports, tourism, creative arts. Increase public sector partnership, PPPs, as an important funding model for delivering public infrastructure projects. Do you see anything feasible here?
For me, Abandia or Ghana Hano. When it comes to infrastructure development, and that's a Becca manifesto. My understanding about you telling me, say, oh, money manifesto, KDBA,
okay.
KDBA, good. To say this nursing home are there working. It will follow the name and see visa.
Yeah.
Visa no attachment. Now that I'm going to expand this, I'm going to do that. You're already there.
Mo.
So, and there seems to be a while, as I say, NPP are buying any vice president by to say one. So a comparison between him and the former president. I say yes, a very easy to just fear about me. This is Mahama. Because you see Mahama and Penny Nedo Waba. It's more Tiano. Just as you claim say, Dr. Digital, Madam say, so only up to all these things. No one can say, on one no send now to Katiano. How can you say on a platform, huge platform, say, to the GRCPR, the bed garden, I think we are kind of one. It is a common day. You know, common day. Stepping some away, back. Oh, Babia, and Hobert.
And Sana.
Oh, it's any say no crown. For me, this whole thing, no. Yeah, Baby, and I'm kind say, if you want to go deep into this direction now, and you're just this few minutes here, I can watch it, and send the break. So on infrastructure today, in my opinion, he's already there. It is the responsibility of the government to ensure that your good your infrastructure system, our mining, routes, our whole schools, our whole you feel and then I can count. I don't know. I say who are buying over insurance and just to find some manifesto. Who said it? In the area, who says, "Oh, could be a finding, and also we could be a project here." Now, let's require a better news. Daddy, you want something new? Not a dear why we need to win some new mayor. That is there to about mount.
Good. I feel aware and also creates new jobs. Now, under the Akufo-led administration, notwithstanding the unexpected global economic crisis, we have created over my statistics be but the statistics are not supported by any facts in this paper here, except that they are just writing. Also, they've created over 2.3 million jobs in the past 8 years. 8 years. Also, this is more jobs created. Also, this is more jobs created than any other government has managed to do in 8 years. But we need to create more jobs than we have done, and that is why we commit to. But one, statistics create jobs. They just mentioned the fake and no, see, scaling up then telehealth service, establishing 2 additional sites in addition to the existing at then Funsi and Kintampo to enhance drone delivery service and to ensure total nationwide coverage, ensuring the interoperability of the National Electronic Pharmacy Platform. Yeah, we say a drone system been a but minim statistically, what it means by jobs do ascend we need to make create. Or say offer incentives for healthcare workers to buy 1 vehicle each with engine capacity of up to 1,800 and ensure compliance with existing. Hey, Kofi, when you just one nurse in we bush for one nurse in. Okay, my main for Unra has said. I feel say implement affirmative action for women and girls. Implement in full the Affirmative Action Act we recently enacted established a women's trade empowerment fund. As some ways work I say tiapenyo or say ensure gender parity in award of government scholarships, further improve the maternal health care program, pursue a women in diplomacy programming. You know, I think the last time you spoke, we spoke to you and you said something about that. I said we are beginning to make women feel as if they've been lacking in the participation of our governance system and so forth. But this way they are taking us to affirmative action and so forth. What do you make of it? Are women, actually left out of our Yana?
Some few minutes ago, Biano, we are talking about a system, intelligence report already.
Yeah.
And other things are able boba. Okay?
Yeah.
Up to LGBT point in the
That's right.
Now, no, many a time, no. Let's be fair here. And you asked a very important question. Who be first for no? And the question was what's a secular state?
Yeah.
The secular state, I didn't know some percent in LGBT, a woman of fine.
Asam no
Now, let me remember this very affirmative action.
Good.
We didn't do but I want to connect the two. So they do an exercise my theory. Religion being any way you are here, say gender equality or banning them everything. Religion being.
Minty be though, hey, Kofi, I asamu.
I'm asking you. Shall say religion way or say or bar any bema.
Baby, because it will be crime say Christo Sumokrana. Emma, yeah, mama, crime momu, Emma, altar. So, yeah,
that authority for a woman to be the head of the house, the man.
Yeah.
That's why I say,
this is serious.
Christ is the head of the church, as the man is the head of the woman. Our Bible, it will promote if you claim to be a Christian leader, no one promote gender equality. What should be wrong to abuse who promote LGBT? Because in our Bible, who offer their own favor, but the favor of the other no it's here. When some of us are speaking against LGBT, there's a catch. That's the way we say you can. If you will be the catch or say, so basso, let's say no. Then when you are done back, say, oh, when you said the wild figure, Nicola, anyway, created a moye. Of them are who have Doba, Bruno, Wawano, Quaquano. Oba is very special. They began 15 years. Of them and killing some boba. And you won't go a mine who says, city. Of them are what to say boba. See. Oba for what 15 years. Empower the woman so that she will be very strong, wonderful, and beautiful. Now one day, it's me, the I draw mine in the same of ya. Now, Baba, ya didn't say. Obani Bemi and a person you be a pepe because you vote. There's affirmative action workers for women and girls. What about both? Who did say O'Reilly is saying for senior high school? Just a few days ago, after 18 years, I want to say
it was on our news, 6 o'clock news, CTV. Very, very serious.
Mama and create that impression. I think said, "Would you have your Bema and I said, would you have Bema there on question?" They are women and girls, women. When I'm about to say, go and check, sir, domestic violence. No. Say the question. Go and check the real meaning. Say the because of Kobani, but when about screening into not just because of marriage, any child support and child, no, I didn't know what kind of more what of her. Wouldn't them do more than I am more 80 or more. I never knew. Until one day I talked to the Madame for police in a bon comment. No, last week here, catch a case, case, Yaquaya say, civil issue. I didn't Bearman say, Mary Bono. Will you both say, Mother, the woman saw about who saw about the poet, General Bearman, which is a yes, or Baboon Swapper. But I hear Burma or corporate service or car companies and Yabuna. How do you think the boys with you? So that's a thing. I said, Burma can say, you're waiting about it tonight. Would it make sense?
Benkete Chipao.
It will not make sense. But the whole thing is, for affirmative action, the penetration say it protected the rights of the innocent.
Yeah.
It protected Uvidya or your Danny, not particular group with it. I don't know by that, that is why I'm asking that question. Says, our gender equality now, both leaders in our promotion. A more religion in our Muslim, and I say, Quran, and I say, it's meaning I found upon it. And they will promote it. But when it comes to LGBT, and they you don't pick and choose when it favors you. They don't do that. It's a day, but no questions they bring. Questions they bring. Now, time is and I maybe issue water.
Yeah. Kofi, my mema last one, Nafi, so if you don't say, tourism, I say boost sports, creative arts, and tourism. Use tax incentives, including a flat tax to incentivize private sector investments in sports, tourism, and creative arts facilities. Implement an e-visa policy for all international visitors to Ghana to make visa acquisition fast and convenient for visitors. Do you see this as something feasible? Quite.
I'm so glad Mama Yaba sports, the creative arts industry, and then tourism.
Yeah.
That's a part from my Yaba. Now make us start because of time. Number one, within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Your stadia, baby, our Ghana, it's not maintaining anything. At this moment, what is preventing you? Ghana, the national amputee team. They're from the Black Challenge.
That's right.
A market African Cup, May Yaba. You person in boost uncle forward because they did them. But they are not to see one of them. Cup no going to mean qualify from the stadium. That the girl is in Echo Kamano.
Yeah.
A man with Namida Tuition amputee team. You didn't post a team here or meeting a form of the Black Challenge.
Yeah.
Some quack a cup. I'm a Wabagana Hammer, you see almost some kind of 5 years now. You are quite creative arts industry for the other. It's a bogus cry. All the cinema sentence and you say when you pull up the industry. Princess Cinema when he from other cinema centers to need more than in a programs are first now what TV. Now it's educate from Thursday theater, but the fireside take collective time, concert party now get all these things in our history. In there, you share access or more active those times of Kusikunti, the Solutro, the Sakite, Mr. Uncle Poniano. You will do a more. You said of motive here. The musicians, the Obon Yumna and the royalty at the same. Meanwhile, we are in the creative art industry. Your voice, business, your documentaries, your state, your presentation. Wine is taking care. So media houses. I'm about to say, these are the things that make sure. A banner tourism, they be yasa cry. Kokeku, Kata de Aquato, Ko Western, Komami and Mamma one north. I'll be more other places. Master. this manifesto, the case of Tonya Shimua, and senior Beckham, a daughter. But because of time, this year for now.
Great. Mr. Enoch Kofi-Adjiri, you better ask about the NPP Manifesto no the ebetimi aka for one year kanam. Enti there was another time, of course, editors bench. You better craft from na Ashe Wasimaka. Kofi, many thanks indeed. Folks, ahani ane Kofi-Adjiri ebesi na yembe kenkai loads of message, but Shannon so say Ejapadiye review. Basso, MCR, take note of this. Mon stand up at the end me baho. My major message we name now say election 2024. The name we all knows in Senya East is Alhaji Dr. Mahmudu Bawdegeta and Obatampa Honorable Mavis Hawaii Queer Commission. Or say even if John Dramani Mahama come to contest with Honorable Howard Commission, still NDC will lose because John Mahama, as an MP, at his time could build one police post. And I say for when I do it by Lion, was mad hungry Lion Kaswa and or they buy. Okay, well say hello host, good evening. Your energy level tonight is unprecedented precision. Illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, is jeopardizing our very survival. Aquatic life, as the video you showed, testify to the fact we are pleading with the people of corridors of power as a matter of urgency to safeguard our water bodies. Kweku, hey, for me, has nothing again to offer Ghanaians. They have exhausted their 8 years mandate with nothing significant to show. Dr. Baumia should alleviate the plight of the suffering masses because he's still in government. We bear the brunt of these economic hardships. Our problem is a failed leadership, mouth-watering leaders. PK, Kaswa. PK, I've delivered your message. Say the wow we shall say Brakweku. I am Labi from Kaswa. Whatever you are saying is true. My pastor Apostle Oko Ajiman has preached about the New World Order, and whatever you are saying is absolutely true, and it has already been established. The New World Order. Unless maybe after elections, and I need to pull out maybe 1 month, maybe be swatch with the New World Order any day ever. The word scary is even understatement. But for all you know, the New World Order in your manner shall see so the dado. Now, one year at crossroad with the New World Order, more of the Christians, the Christian community around the world. Well, say, Brakweku, I like your boldness. May God protect you from Richard Ahoga Kwashiman Odebai. Bro, thank you. Good evening, sir. Watching your show with my family. God bless you. Praying for the Lord's protection over your life and family. It is possible to call you later on this same number? Thanks. Yes. I guess that you're a man of God. You can call me. You can send a message. They will take care of it and then they will let the message reach me. Okay, Chief? Very possible. Bonjour, Mozier Kweku. I salute this evening for the marvelous investigation you are doing. More elbow. Let these NPP pickpockets, party leaders and followers, especially Baolaya and these stomach pastors, to know very well that for God will bring every good and bad work into judgment, and the day including very secret thing whatever good or bad to an end. Messi Bussier Kweku. The account of mean Cornelius Ahoga, draconian legislation, Kaswa Galilea. Okay. Okay. Mama can say, hello, this is Israel from Usu. Everything you said is true. My pastor prophesied about it and the NPP flag bearer. Okay. There are more revelations coming, eh? Good evening, sir. I think you have refreshed my mind concerning the end time, but I trust you have God protection. God protection in which sense? Well, say, my man, I check you, Massa, more fire. Miss me check you, one for Diamba. Mamenka, good evening, Kweku. I love your show so much. Keep the fire burning. I am Daniel from Achimota, Abofu. Dan, thank you so much, Mr. Medawase. We all say, this is the teachings our so-called pastors should teach. African leaders and religious leaders are all blind. I love your word, blind. Do you know how the global world is going to be consumed by all the things that have been prophesied in the Bible, and more especially in Revelations? You see, you can see that this day, the world of technology was prophesied in the book of Daniel. Everything Daniel saw. But what John didn't go to the land of Patmos, which is the writings of the Revelation, is yet to come. But the subtle part of that to come is still not yet revealed much more, depending who is reading and interpreting it to the people of God. It was the Antichrist means some no more can. A Christopher what Ghana na your imagine say, oh, when he be baby so say Bramna says no on the forehead so no matter to read me Johnny. What my dream so obey pure no, there be. The works of the Antichrist. You'll be shocked to know say your leader, your president even bears, the semblance of the Antichrist. Or yeah, the Antichrist a Jumashan and says obey implemented. Now obey implemented to the fullest that even the event saying Christ's church will be affected or have been affected and they don't even know. Medin can be someone say more for answer number may say among the leaders now who contested 2024 who among them and all champion the cashless world why meaning your answer so far message read but maybe need the answer whatever. Good evening, Mr. Host. You are doing good work for Ghana. We should pray for Mother Ghana. I'm Razak. Yes, indeed, Razak. We see a bomb by a pa. We also see A.K.A. McCarthy watching from Amasaman. Good. You are doing justice to the life of the people of Ghana. Oh, McCarthy. Hi, I'm Zanan. These evil mafias have to go out of government. So good evening. You are doing good work. Please, can I get this copy of what? The program, and I'll go to YouTube at the why? We also see you. Also, hey, MCA, what's wrong with you? See, you need to be careful about the path you are treading. Religion is a very delicate issue, and you should not bring this unsubstantiated stories to this program. A.B. Adabraka. A.B. Well, see, can Dr. Baolaya be taken serious at all? He actually, the truth definition of lies. May Allah something